If you have been meaning to take Pinterest marketing seriously for your business, but you still have not taken action or really gotten the process going, today I'm going to share how you can launch your business Pinterest account in 5 easy steps. And this can be done within 1 week. So if you want to take one step a day, you can do this and finally get serious about creating a Pinterest account that is going to market your business and have long-term results for you to make some of your marketing more reliable and give you some freedom in what kind of content you're creating, how often you're having to create content, and feel the pressure for having to go viral and create overnight success slip away because you have something more sustainable and reliable over time. So I've been using Pinterest marketing for my businesses and other small business owners for years. And something that I have started doing in the last couple of years is doing Pinterest account setups. Now, not everybody is always able to hire me to set up their Pinterest account for them, and that's totally okay. Some of you are probably starting very DIY, and I was once there as well. I was doing DIY everything at one point in time when it came to my business, my marketing, keeping track of everything, systems, processes. And so I totally get it. If you're just starting out or you're newer in your business and you're trying to get to the point where you have consistent revenue coming in, you may not be ready to hire somebody for some of these services. So I'm going to teach you today the 5 simple steps for you to actually launch a Pinterest business account that you can use to market your business, whatever that may be. And this is going to be something that you are going to be able to take step by step to actually get serious about Pinterest in 2025, 2026, and beyond. Okay, so the very first thing that we need you to do is to create a Pinterest business account. Now, you can start completely from scratch, or if you have a personal account, you could just convert this over to a business account. Now, if you are going to advertise your business at all, whether you're selling digital products, physical products, services, you're doing affiliate marketing, it doesn't matter what your business is. You need to have a Pinterest business account. This is for the terms and services of Pinterest themselves, but also you want to have Pinterest analytics for your business. You do not want to be guessing at what is working and what isn't working over time. So you either need to start a new Pinterest business account or convert an existing account that is personal over to a Pinterest business account. Now, let's talk about what makes it a good idea or not a good idea to convert a personal account. If your personal account has dozens of boards, you've just been using it to save recipes, inspiration, home design, paint colors, organization tips, all of the things, outfit inspo, like you've just been using it personally for years, I'm going to have to ask you to private all of that existing content when you switch it over to a business account. So that actually could take you a lot of time, and you could end up realizing like, okay, maybe it's just easier to start from scratch. And that is totally the case. So if you have a lot of existing content and you don't want to manually go through and private all of that account so that that's not so Pinterest isn't guessing like what your content is about, who your account is for, then I would just say, let's just start with a free new Pinterest business account. And when you go into your settings on Pinterest, you can actually just go and do the drop down menu, and you can add a Pinterest business account by signing up for a new account there. So I'm on my Pinterest account right now. And if I wanted to start a new business account, let's just say this was my personal profile, all I would have to do is go into my profile. You can go next to your profile photo here, click on this arrow, and then you can come down and you can do add Pinterest account. Now, when I do this, you can see I have the option to add an existing account. So connect an account that I already own, add a new personal account, or I can create a free business account. And then Pinterest will walk you through creating a new free Pinterest business account. And you will see when you come down here, it will be in your drop-down menu once you create and connect that business account to your personal profile. So it's super easy to do. And if you have a lot of content on your Pinterest profile already, then I would just go this route because it's clean. You're not having to clean up a bunch of things. You can just start from scratch and then just use your personal account for personal use. So once you have actually walked through all those steps, the next thing that you need to do is keyword research. So this is something that I feel like a lot of people get stuck with when it comes to Pinterest marketing and doing a Pinterest account is actually using keywords, because so many people come onto Pinterest and try to use Pinterest like a search engine and just create content that they think people want to learn about, see, hear. But what you really need to do is be strategic and find out what phrases and questions are people typing into the search bar. Now, the great news about Pinterest keyword research is that you can do this 100% for free using two different tools. So the very first thing that you're going to use is just the Pinterest search bar. Now, when you start typing in a phrase to see if this is a search phrase on Pinterest, you are going to get Pinterest bringing up results for you as you start typing. And this is Pinterest guided search. Okay, so if I come into the Pinterest search bar right here, just this little search icon, and I start typing in workouts for women, and you can see all of these other results that Pinterest is giving me. This is guided search, and it is showing me different combinations of this phrase and also relevant accounts that match this keyword based on what other Pinterest users that have started typing this exact phrase have also ended up typing in. So if let's say you work with women over 40, you can see workouts for women over 40 at home. Well, I'm going to want to take these keyword phrases, add these into a spreadsheet. I just use Google Sheets and I want to copy them. But let's say that I just type workouts for women, hit enter, and now I can see that I have all of these different variations here. So I'm going to come and also copy these over to my spreadsheet. I am going to come over into these specific, guided search results from Pinterest and also copy these into my spreadsheet. And then you can also come down and you're going to look for a section of additional things that people have searched for. And depending on if you're on mobile or on desktop, you're going to find these related searches. So I would do, this, I would come here, strength training for women over 50, weightlifting women over 50, or 40. And then I would come in, do the same thing, copy these over so you can see additional things people are searching for. Pinterest is telling you exactly what people are searching for. You can even see what kinds of results are coming up at the top of search results. Not that you want to copy that, but it gives you a good idea of what your SEO can include to help you to get discovered for these exact queries in Pinterest search. Now, the other tool that you're going to want to use is trends. So if you go to trends.pinterest.com, and you can come in and find seasonal and monthly trends for your content. And of course, if I was to do workouts for women, just do the same kind of phrase that I was doing before, I can come in and I can see over the past year, when did it peak? Now, of course, January and in the beginning of the year, you see that it is a lot higher, and then it starts to kind of decrease, and then summer hits and there's a little spike, right? So you can see the seasonal trends and you can go through and use this, and you can, look and see, when do you want to have content ready to go? Like if this is peaking in the middle or beginning of December, I probably want this content for a weekly workout schedule. If I'm going to do a PDF download or something or a digital product, I'm going to want this content to be ready to go in like September, October at the very latest, so I can take advantage of these search trends and these peaks in seasonality. So this is your keyword research process. You're going to go through this for all of your different search terms and categories of content that are relevant to your business. But this is going to help you to find the SEO and the keywords and phrases people are typing in so that you can get your business and account and content found on Pinterest. The third step is to actually optimize your profile. So you want to make sure that all of your information is correct. You want to add in your contact information. You want to make sure that you are claiming your domain. And if you're doing social media, you also want to claim your Instagram account. Now, I have another video talking about the wrong and the right way to claim your Instagram account and connect it to Pinterest, because we don't want Pinterest to automatically just upload all of your content publicly. You don't want to quite do that. There's some settings and some processes that you probably want to have in place before you do that and be ready to customize. But go watch that video. I will link it up here. But you want to make sure that you claim your domain and your Instagram account. And then you want to make sure that you update your profile photo. Make sure you have a photo of you or your logo if you're not the face of the brand. And then have a really nice profile banner image. So your profile banner image should be something that maybe gives a call to action and just a quick headline of like what your account is about. And then using your SEO that you did in step 2, you want to come up with a description of your account, and you want to use some of those SEO keywords and phrases in your description. This is going to help your account to have higher chances of coming up in search results. Like we saw when I did that keyword research example with that workouts for women, her account was in all of those search results. Now, that's not guaranteed that you're going to be the only one like she was. It's really going to depend on your ideal client and your optimization and everything. But if you can increase your chances, you absolutely should. And that is why having that keyword research done before you create your profile description is super important. So go through this process. This actually shouldn't take all that long. The biggest thing is coming up with a concise yet clear description for your profile, and then making sure that you are naturally using some of those keyword phrases within that content in that description. The fourth step in launching your Pinterest business account is to create your first 5 boards. So here is my suggestion when you are just getting started building out your boards and your content on Pinterest is you should have about 5 broad categories, ideally, for your content. So each category should be 1 board to start with. Now, over time, you may add in a couple of variations per content category, if you will, or more specifics within that category. And that's totally fine. But to get started, you don't want to overwhelm yourself, because you're going to need to focus on adding actual pinned content to those boards for a while as you build out your account. So it's better to start with less boards, I think, and then add more boards as you go if you feel that the pins that you're creating, the content you're creating for your business doesn't match that specific starting board. So you want to have a title and a description for each of these 5 boards. And it's really important that these boards also utilize the Pinterest SEO, the keywords that we found when you went through your keyword research in step 2. This is why I had you do step 2 before everything else besides actually signing up for a Pinterest business account, is because everything you do is going to be utilizing Pinterest SEO. This is one of the key advantages to using Pinterest, is the ability to get found, not based on virality, a popularity contest, or just getting found and getting lucky within the algorithm, but actually creating content that connects to what people are specifically researching. People on Pinterest are specifically looking for ideas. They're researching, they're planning for projects and purchases, and they are super early on. Typically, people on Pinterest, the users, the consumers, are the earliest part of their research is on Pinterest, and they are looking to connect with a brand or a service provider, whoever it is, that they can actually buy from. And so you want to use these Pinterest keywords because they're not connected yet with a brand on Pinterest, but they're looking to be connected. They're looking to find the solution, the product, the service that is going to match what they're looking for. So use your Pinterest keywords within your title and your description for all 5 of these boards. And you don't have to add any pins to it because we're going to do that in step 5. So in step 5, day 5, whatever, however you're going to do this, is you want to create your first pin for each of these boards. So in this, you're going to need content that you can actually create. So most of the time, I'm going to recommend you just use Canva. You can use a free account. You can use a pro account. I pay for a pro happily for a lot of the different features. But if you're just starting out and you want to use free, you definitely can use the Pinterest sizing and create a graphic and make sure that you have text overlay on it, unless your brand doesn't need a text overlay. Some brands don't need text overlay on most of their content, but your text overlay on a graphic can actually be read by the Pinterest AI. And also, it, for me as a consumer on Pinterest, I can see a difference in content because I have a headline that's easy to read that tells me why I might want to click on this pin versus this pin over here that's just an image. So put a text overlay on it. Again, use a Pinterest keyword that is actually relevant to the content you're sending them to. Then when you go to upload that image to Pinterest, you want to have a good title, a description that uses your Pinterest keywords for that category relevant to the content, and then send them to a link that is to a relevant piece of content, product, page, whatever it might be, to the actual content that you created. So you can get faster over time, but your first couple of pins are probably going to be the slowest you are, especially if you are getting used to writing with SEO and utilizing keywords in your pin. But you do want to make sure that you are making your pin content last and utilizing the SEO, making sure it can get found in search is going to be how you're going to take advantage of that 13-month lifespan on Pinterest. Yes, your Pinterest pins are not a 1 to 2 day thing like on social media. The average lifespan for a pin is 13 months, but I've had pins that have sent traffic to my website and content for 3 to 4 years before they really tapered off. So you can actually have longevity when you have evergreen content on Pinterest. Setting up and launching your Pinterest account can be done simply. And if you break it up step by step and you did this Monday through Friday, by the end of the week, you would have a Pinterest business account and you would finally have content out there that can help you to start getting your brand, your business found. So whether you sell digital products, maybe you're making products, handmade products on Etsy, you sell services, or, you are doing affiliate marketing, there is so much potential. But the most important thing for you to be able to take advantage of the Pinterest platform and to use it for your business is having the right foundation. So your Pinterest profile setup is the most important thing when it comes to your marketing. Now, this is something that I love talking about, but I also love to do Pinterest account setup. So if you are needing help and you want this done for you, I have a 2-week session where I can meet with you for a video call. We can go over your account, your business, what you do. And then I go through and I do all of these steps for you in a basic setup. I also have the option, if you want me to set up like closer to 15 to 20 boards for you, I can do this as well. So if you are looking for somebody to just take care of all this for you, you just don't have the time or the bandwidth to do it yourself, you can definitely reach out to me. I will post the link for that down below and we can chat. Otherwise, go ahead and check out my video on Pinterest keyword research so that you can maximize your efforts you're taking in step 2 to have a master keyword list that's going to help you with your Pinterest marketing and your content for the next 6 months to a year.